Homestead. I'm your boy Reaper. Today is Monday, September the 29th. It is currently 68 degrees. The high today is supposed to be 90. The low is supposed to be 66. There is no chance of rain in the forecast. Um, this morning we are going to inspect the garden. If I can get this stuff straight, my bad. And we're going to make something called JMS, JADAM Microbial Solution. It is a solution full of microorganisms that helps put more life back into the soil. Um, so, what we're going to do is, I'm gonna put y'all right here. I have to finish collecting materials. I'm not ready. All right, be back in a second. I think this is all that I need that's left. Can I get all of this and you guys out here? Can we all move out here together in one trip? Can we? Y'all gonna be just looking at random stuff. Forgive your boy. All right. I think we have everything. Did I bring? Did I bring? Did I bring the bring the bring? I think I brought the bring the bring. No, I forgot a measuring device. But that's cool. We'll walk back up and get one. I hope y'all having a great morning. Let's see how we can maneuver this without blinding everybody with the sun. All right. Y'all ain't gonna like the sun much. All right. And what'd actually be the best way for you guys to see what's going on for real, for real? Probably over in this area. If I put y'all like there, that'll keep the sun out y'all face. I think that might work. You know what? Let's go ahead and set this over like right here. And then we're gonna walk back up to the patio to do some stuff. That might not be bad. That might not be that. That might be okay. Okay, we got this, we got some water, some sticks over there, some string over there. I got a knife somewhere on there, some snips. Okay. Alright. Alright, be right back. Finna run and go get me a tablespoon. Yeah, let me go get that. Be right back. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. Okay, we got something that might suffice for the time being. All right. So we got a bucket here, right? We got a bucket. The bucket has about 4 gallons of water in it. Seems like a good view. Appreciate it. Grand day, everybody. We got a bucket that's about 4 gallons of water in it, right? And we're gonna make something called JADAM Microbial Solution, JMS for short. It is a way to cultivate more microbes that will be used to treat the soil. So you increase the soil life is going to increase the soil's quality and structure. All right, we only missing one more thing, honestly. But here's the take on it. We have 4 gallons of water that's down here beside me, right down there. We have a potato that's burned. Cause I'm gonna be for real, I fell asleep while I was boiling. So the smell woke me up. So it's a little scorched. No problem. We just need it to be soft, and it's past soft. All right, and we have plain sea salt. Now it's just we got this from Sam's, just salt. We just want to make sure at the back the ingredients just say salt. There's nothing else in here that's an anti-caking agent. Just straight up salt. And then we have some IMO collections, indigenous microorganism collections. Two of them. One of them from the north side of one of my homies' 10-acre property. The other one is from the south side of his 10-acre property. These two here are from here. One of them is from that compost bin behind you, and the other one is from the other end of the property, out in the outer rim where we grow the grapes at. We just collected some microbes, put them to sleep with some brown sugar. We use hard cooked rice to collect them. We're gonna we'll do that. We hadn't done it this year at all, honestly. We're gonna make this, set this aside, and we're gonna kind of just inspect and water the garden. I didn't water the garden yesterday at all. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and try to make this JMS, and we have something to put it in. So we really need to start. Let's start. Let me grab y'all off here for a second. Get out my face, flipper, ripper. All right, we're gonna grab y'all first, and the first thing we really need to do is collect some leaf mold. You see our leaf mold bin, man, spider season. See our leaf mold bins. You know, people always say, "Oh, you compost?" I don't compost. Nothing personal. I'm lazy. I'm not finna turn compost. That's it. So we'll let this sit here. You know, about a year, then we'll use it. The plan is to have like 4 of these total. I really want 4 of them this size, but I just take 4 total. Now these are more of our composting bags. We just put leaves and food scraps in here, and we just let them do their thing. Um, I think worms can make it through here. I'm not really sure. I don't really call this vermicompost because I'm not 100% certain worms live through here. But it does compost. It is actually pretty warm. You know, it's warmer than outside. It's 68 degrees out here. This is probably 70 something. Sun ain't really hit it yet. Look at that. This is what leaves and food break down to. You just leave it. Give it a little water, a little taint. You see, I keep a top on it, kind of keep the sun from drying up things. And all we need is a handful of this. This leaf mold is full of life, full of it. So we just gonna put that in there like that. That's done. All right, right. This is the life that we are trying to seed, establish, procreate. Procreate ain't the right word. Trying to increase. We're trying to increase the population of microbes that are in here. Right? That's the microbes. This is going to be the food source that they need. The salt, you know, I don't really know how the salt works in with this, truth be told. But they say you need sea salt. You know what? It's probably for the micronutrients and the minerals that are in the sea salt. My bad. I got y'all at the sun. Flipper ripper. My bad, people. I'm sorry. All right. Now that we have some leaf mold, right? Right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the salt. Now you're supposed to measure this salt. You need 15 grams of salt. If you cook enough, you understand. You'll learn 15 grams of salt is about a tablespoon. So you know what I'm saying. We're gonna get about a tablespoon of salt. Since it's the salt that we use in the house, I'm not gonna put this um, in the salt. You're just gonna sprinkle the salt into the device. Woo. Bam. There we go. 15 grams of salt, which is probably about a tablespoon. I probably should have brought the you know, the thing, the scale out here to verify. But there will be some skeptics. This is just a blackberry cane that I keep to make steaks out of. We just gonna get at a good old stir, 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 stir. Now I have four 5-gallon containers to make enough of this because we only use 4 gallons at a time. We're only going to make one today. The reason being, I was supposed to make 3 of the 4 Saturday around 7ish, 6 or 7ish, so they'll be ready to be used Monday. They take about 36 hours or longer depending on the weather. And this, like I said, 60 something 9, gonna get up to about 80, 90. So it should take 36, hopefully 36 hours. So I'm trying to time that to be able to use it on stream. So that means if I make it at 7 p.m. and then 7 p.m. the next day is 24 hours. So that's Monday, 7 p.m. Tuesday. So that means 7 a.m. Wednesday. I should be able to use it. So we're gonna make this one, and then at 6, probably 6:30, just to make sure I got enough time. 6 o'clock tonight, I'll make the other 3, so you guys can see how I actually use it and how you actually dilute and use it on stream like Wednesday. So this is like a 2-parter, or a 2-parter. All right, we got that mixed up. All right. Now the next thing is we have now here's the other thing. Before I get to mixing all this stuff, now what we're gonna do is add the potato to the leaf mold, mash it all up, put some of this water in it because it's filled with starch because we cooked the potatoes in it. But before we do that, we need to add more microbes to this solution. We need to add more strong stuff. Now I have different spoons. I have a separate spoon for each one of these. I do not want to cross contaminate these. All right, so we got a spoon, and this is just rice that has been hard cooked, left outside for a week, almost a week, 5 days I think it was, to collect microbes. The brown sugar in here puts them to sleep. So we're gonna, I mean, how much we gonna use? I don't know, enough. Oh, I bet this stuff is hard, bro. You don't really need much. I mean, not much at all. And I mean, this honestly is probably way more than we need, but doesn't hurt anything. I mean, it doesn't hurt you to touch it. I don't want to put my hands in the jar and contaminate the jar. But yeah, it's just brown sugar and rice and some microbes. We're just gonna drop that in the bucket. Am I gonna put this in the bucket or am I gonna? We're gonna put it in the bag with the food. It's really not gonna matter. This sugar's gonna dissolve, but we'll put all the food together. Not the food, all the microbes that we're trying to grow. We'll try to keep them together. All right, and we're gonna, since we use this one, let's put that off to the side. We're gonna top this back up. Now, I hate to keep leaving y'all, but I'm gonna have to run off and put these back in the house. These do not like the sun, and they got brown sugar in them. So if I put them on the ground, the ants gonna get to them. So once we get this mixed up, I'm gonna run these back in the house. All right, these things are pretty old. I made these October the 5th in my homeboy Panda spot, October the 5th, 2024. These I did August the 4th, 2023. So they last a while. All right, now this is from the south side of of Panda spot. And it's the same thing. You just want to get lit. You get a little bit of scraping. I mean, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. Y'all can't actually see that. Just a little bit. Well, I'm going to put that right in that bucket. We're going to drop that in there. We're going to put this utensil over here. All right. Now we got all the Panda microbes. I need to take some more JMS. I'm the JMS. IMO collections. I have not taken any this year. All right. That's Panda South, Panda North. This comes from out there in the grapes, out in the outer rim, from over here. Suburban Homestead. We're gonna grab another device. And then, come on. You just scrape it. Scrape it. Scrape it. All right, buddy. This looks like enough. Take a little bit of you. All right. Let me drop him in here with the rest of them. And then we have one more collection to get from. Now, I'm pretty sure there are some of the same microbes in all these collections, and there should be different ones. They came from different locations, different years. So we are looking for diversity. Yummy. We're not eating this though. All right, save the sticky one for last. Lamb, we're gonna put that in there like that. All right, now we got all this out of the way. Now, give me a few like 30 seconds to run these in the house, and so I can get these out of the sunlight. And then we'll be back to finish up. Might as well take the salt in the house too. Don't need that ain't out here anymore. Can I do all this? I do have some pockets. I'm trying to be super handy, man. Got a pocket. All right, be back shortly. and all right. Okay, cool. Now we have our bag full of food. Why do I keep going to call this food? These are the microbes that we are going to grow, right? And so, what'll be the easiest way to do this? Man, come on, y'all got it. Come on, y'all gotta get off. Yeah, get them here. Come on, my bad. Flipper ripper. You gonna turn, buddy? I'm gonna push some buttons. Flip. There we go. Now this is gonna be all weird. My bad. But this camera's gonna want to do its own thing. So what we're gonna do now is I'm going to get some scrying. We're gonna get the string, get a little bit of this scrying, and we are going to suspend somehow this sack with the microbes, and we're gonna put the potato in here, which is the food, in the middle of the bucket. Being in the middle of the bucket is pretty important. It's going to create a convection current, and it's going to, if I remember correctly, everything is going to kind of settle in the middle, and the current is going to push things down and up around toward the sides, and it's going to kind of circulate like that. And it's going to get all foamy. I mean, that's one thing with K and F and fermentation and stuff. Things get foamy when they're alive. Part of the process. We're going to see how this. Oh, that's two scryings. That's two scryings. This is a whole scrying tied together. All right, we're going to make this work. All right, so first things first, we're going to add this starchy water to everything. Give it a little bit more food. And we're going to put the potato in the sack. Bam. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to get down here, and we're just going to mash up everything. We're just trying to get everything incorporated, mashed up, soaked up. Can I get, zoom out a little bit on this? There we go. Okay. So we're just going to get all this mixed up. And what we're trying to do is make the food smaller for the microbes. The microbes are tiny, right? We're trying to mash all this up. We're trying to get the potato and the starches from the potatoes and the carbohydrates from the potatoes suspended in the water. That's why we added some of the water, the potato water, to this solution as well. We cook the potatoes so it's full of starches, carbs. That's going to be used to feed the microbes in the leaf mold, as well as the microbes in the IMO. The water is going to wake up the IMO that I put in here. The brown sugar made them sporulate and go to sleep. The brown sugar absorbed all the water, so they didn't have any water to use to do their biological processes, so they kind of just go to sleep. You know what, I ain't got what I need, and just go to sleep. In the presence of what they need, they wake back up. So they now have extra water. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I think I'm gonna say this right. Please look it up to verify. The fungal activity that's part of here, the fungal life that's in here, is going to be fed by the compost and the brown sugar. Any bacterial components in here that need to be fed are going to be fed with the brown sugar that's left on the rice. That's part of the IMO collections. I think I got that right. I want to say compost and starches and carbs feed the microbes, and the sugars feed the bacteria. Could be wrong. It's possible I am wrong. But this is what you want to see. See, that's all mushed up, mushy. Can't even see the potato anymore. That's a good job, babe. And then, this water is also dechlorinated. It's been sitting out here for 3-4 days. Better part of a week I supposed to have done this already. But that's it. We're going to let that sit up in there like that. And then we're going to hit that with one of these. And we're going to try to figure out a way to get this scrying tied around here. I know knots, except for when I need to use knots. Then I don't know any knots. So, you know how that go. Pretty like I did that on purpose, don't it? Boy, look at that. I couldn't repeat that knot again if I tried. All right, let's grab a stick. Ooh. I'm hesitating. I'm gonna see if I can find a short stick. I'm hesitating because we are gonna put a top on this of sorts. It needs to breathe, but it doesn't need to be sealed. It needs a top on it, but it needs to be sealed. So we probably gonna use that bag. So let's see if we can do this without messing up everything for everybody. We're gonna take this back over here because we're just gonna leave these out here. We're gonna leave these right here in the garden. We got one on ready. This afternoon, I'll get the other 3 ready. And then come Wednesday, we will all get a chance to see how it's used. We'll see how it looks, how it's used. Oh, man. I'm trying not to find something that's too wide. Too much wider than the bucket. But that will also stay on the bucket. That's it right there. That's it right there, babe. That's it right there, babe. Now we're gonna try to suspend this from the middle. Now, can I look up and get another knot to work? I don't really know which. Don't really need a knot for real per se. But we'll hit it with a little something that look like this. I don't know what this is. Something that's gonna work. That's what I do know. Bam. That's suspended. I don't think it's on the bottom. Doesn't feel like it's on the bottom. But let's do this. Tighten it up. And then we'll just give that a couple of rolls. Let's just go unroll. All right, now that should be good. That should be good. That's suspended by the middle. Now, as time goes on and the microbes start to eat this stuff, they're gonna pop they're gonna expel gases. I think it's carbon dioxide. So this will the middle part will get foamy. The outside will kind of stay clear. And if you look at it close enough, you'll probably be able to see some of the particulate matter doing that little circulation. I really want to say it's to the middle, down, and up around the sides. I don't think it's to the side, down, and back through the middle. I think it's from the middle. The convection currents go down toward the side and back up. So it kind of circulates in that motion. All because of the life. I know, right? Crazy work. So at that point, that's how we start JMS, right? Only thing I'm missing is a lid of sorts. Does it need to be a full lid? Nah. I just grabbed this one because it was here. Probably shouldn't have. It's wet from the last rain. We're not going to use that. But we have some other ones that we are going to use. It's on me. Ants? Bro, I get bit by ants every day. Side effect of walking around barefoot. All right. It's getting to that time of year, y'all. Well, on them Wednesdays, the stream is going to look a little different. The stream is going to be us riding around picking up leaves. We're going to be acting like Rock. If anybody familiar with that BET show, Rock. This dude named Charles S. Dutton was the trash man with the family. I think that was his name. But anyway, my bad. Forgive me. We're just going to hit it with one of these. Just a bag over the top of it. All right. And booyah. Booyaka. And that's it. Make sure the stick is still over the bucket. It is. Make sure this is like this. Man, bro, get it right. Get it right. That's it. We're gonna let that work just like that. 36 hours. Yeah. Stay tuned for my Instagram. Check my Instagram. I suck at this. ISUCKATTHISSS on Insta, and we'll have pictures of what's going on, how things are progressing. Cool. So I gotta try to get all my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put this somewhere we can pick up and go right quick. All right, now we have that out of the way. We have to. You know what? I did not. We need to water the garden, and we need to harvest some okra. I did not harvest any okra yesterday, so let's go do that right now. I don't know if this is going to be big enough, but this is what we brought. Let's go get some okra. And after we get some okra, we'll come back and start watering the garden. See how everything's doing. I didn't spend a lot of time out here yesterday. Yesterday we went to a friend's farm and finished doing a little work, picking up some hay, wrangling some hay. And so when I got home, I was kind of beat. But look at this LSU gold fig. We got one fig that's getting ready down there. That thing is big, comparatively speaking. I don't know when to tell when they're ready though, honestly. I think it has to do with this little eye at the bottom. It's open. Let's get it, man. You know what? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's take this. We could be pick this fig. This eye is open. It might be ready. It might be past ready. I don't know. We're gonna learn today. And then we're going to if I find my knife, we're gonna cut this open and see what this LSU gold fig look like. And I'll let you guys know what it tastes like. Oh my God, this knife is filthy. Nope, we're not gonna use that knife. Hold on, people. I'm gonna run to the house and grab a cleaner knife. I don't mind eating some stuff straight off a plant, but that knife is filthy. Filthy, son. Filthy. All right, let's do this. Give me a second. I can go ahead and get a bigger bowl too while I'm in. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Video gonna drop, but I'll still be here. All right, we got some okra in here. Let's get a better knife. Queen in there teaching. Look, we in the house now. All right, let's go ahead and just split this open and let's see. Oh, first Cadota fig. I don't know if it's ready or not. It doesn't really look like it's fully ready. But we're gonna taste this thing though. Yeah. Flipper ripper. Kind of bland. Must not be ready. Absorbed a lot of that water from the rain. It's pretty bland. It's disappointing. But I'm gonna put that in the freezer so the queen can get a piece of it. All right. Let's get back out of this house. About light. Let's get out of here. All right, flipper ripper. Damn, that fig wasn't that sweet. But I also knew it wasn't ready. So they're gonna get bigger than that. And as far as the taste goes, I mean, that's the first fig. I never had that fig. I just assumed it was sweeter, truth be told. Most figs I have are sweeter. But we're gonna see. It's a thing of it could have been a lot of water at one time to gave it some size. Usually that causes them to split though. I think that one just might have needed a few more days. But we're gonna get it right though. We're gonna get it. Did I bring them prunes with me, bro? Oh, I did. All right, let's grab some of this okra. The okra. Harvest some of this okra. I hadn't harvested this okra in like 2 days, so let's see what I've let overgrown. Clean, y'all. All right, that's small, but we'll grab them. We'll grab them. The okra has been selling really well. People have been enjoying the okra. My bad. I'm the one blocking this shot, I'm sure. My bad. I know my arm is probably blocking this or leaf. you know, fall and spring are like my favorite times of the year. Fall is truly like my favorite time of the year. There's this relief from all this heat. The weather's starting to get cool, a little brisk, but it's still kind of warm enough to, you know what I'm saying? Still gets warm enough to let you know everything is everything. I'm trying to do a little pruning while I'm down here. Always and forever. My bad. We're gonna drop him. I'm gonna make some shake. All right. I know y'all probably catching part of this, not catching part of this. Forgive me. It's either that or get set up somewhere, and then once I walk down here, y'all won't be able to see me. This stuff is taller than me now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah, babe. Oh, you guys are doing well. Yeah. My pocket about full on the first part of the trip. All right. We're gonna grab you too. You look perfect size. We'll grab you too. Ain't gonna leave you out. Ain't gonna leave you out, buddy. We'll grab both of y'all. A little regular size, a little large. All right. Same thing. We're gonna have to empty our pocket at the end of this row. Cool. I like it. Grab these two. See where we are. Drop off and start back over. Okay. We gotta come down through here. Okay. All right, let's go unload. And then, let's do it again. Uh-oh. There we go. I need to find me an apron with a harvesting like pouch on it, so I can just drop all the stuff I'm harvesting in the front and keep pushing. But I need one to be kind of masculine. Look like a man's supposed to be wearing it, cuz. All right, let's go down through here. I'm getting sick of walking through this stuff. It's not really that bad. I mean, honestly, walking through it, as long as I ain't doing nothing, it's just walking through it. But if I'm filming something, trying to show you guys or anything like that, then it becomes a little challenge to have to change my levels. Arms up, arms down. I mean, minor annoyance, but this stuff is so tall. You know what, I should just go on ahead and break you off because you're in the aisle away. Because I'm going to eventually snap you like this one. Like that one. But until then, you're still serving the plant. All right. See, this is what I mean. See, I was looking low and now looking high. You guys are probably not going to be able to see this. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I am reaching over my head. All right. All right, trying to get this okra in my pocket. Again, changing levels is slow. Trying not to break too many branches. The smart thing, honestly, would probably be just break off all the branches in the aisleway. All the leaves. All right. Let's get back up here. Can we go? I know y'all probably can't see this way up, chum. And I'm so close to it. Nope. We got leaves in front of me. Get out the way, Craig. I'm like top flight security of the world. Or the world, Craig. The world. Alright. Push on through. This isn't bad. Let's get you two, buddy. All right. Brain doing. I've been messing up these stems and these branches. Little chop and drop. All right. My bad. We at the chest height part now, so this a lot of leaves are going to possibly partially block what we have going on. All right. Y'all looking good though. You know, I am surprised. Didn't none of y'all just get too big? No, none of y'all feel too hard to eat. That's good. That's good. I'm 5'1.5" to grab my step ladder to harvest. I love harvesting okra. Hey, I'm 5'7". I ain't much taller than you. I don't think I'm gonna have to grab my ladder though. I do have fairly long arms for my height, but I understand the issue though. You know what I'm saying? I keep my fruiting trees. I'm trying to keep them around, 7, maybe 8 feet tall at the most, because I'm short. I'm not trying to harvest from a ladder. I'm truly not. I'm trying to stand on the ground, barefoot on the ground, and harvest what I need. Little deformed one. We'll let the ants deal with that. We'll let the ants. You small. We'll get you tomorrow, buddy. We'll let you make it till tomorrow. You gonna come with us though. What about you? Any of y'all? You coming? All right. Let's see. Well, we'll leave you till tomorrow. But you gotta come with us. Coming with me, Quade. This one might be too big. Let me step out of here. This one might be the one that might be. Yeah. This will be one that we keep. We'll dehydrate and make okra powder out of it. The ones that look too bad around the bottom or that are too hard, we dry those in the food dehydrator, and then we grind them up and make okra powder out of them. And the okra powder, we use it to add the nutrients from okra to other stuff. It is a good thickener, like for soups. So like a gumbo fillet, it is good for that. You can add it in protein shakes. It's pretty much the same thing. It'll thicken your protein shake a tinch, as well as give it some more nutrients. No, never taken an okra powder and tried to make okra water with it though. Never tried that. I mean, now when it's just too easy to just soak okra in water to make okra water, but have added it to smoothies. That's not bad at all. All right, we are making some progress. We got some little bitty babies here. Y'all putting out y'all putting out. Oh, okay. All right, y'all doing y'all thing too. That's what's up. Now out here also, this is going to become the sugarcane patch. We are going to plant sugarcane out here this fall. I think the guy said the end of October, beginning of November, they usually harvest their sugarcane down in I think it's in the Hattiesburg area. So we will make that trip, go grab some sugarcane. I think he said he had 3 or 4 different kinds maybe. We're probably going to grab 2 or 3 and make this and turn this into a sugarcane patch. Never grown sugarcane before. I've eaten it as a child. My grandfather used to purchase it, used to buy it. And so we're going to try to grow it. Why not? One, it connects me to my childhood. Hopefully my granddaddy looking down, and like, Sonny, you go to get that sugar cane? Yeah, Gramp. Show live. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I always feel like my grandparents are watching me especially when I'm outside. My grandfather was a farm manager for as long as I can remember, and my grandmother was a stay-at-home grandma, but she gardened. And I wasn't at the age to help. You know what I'm saying? I was a grandkid. We were younger. They were professionals. They were past the age of teaching. My mom didn't really garden when I was a kid. So she would have been the one doing most of the teaching. And grandma would have been the one putting me to work, right? So I didn't do much outside in the garden. We still had to shell peas, shuck corn. You know what I'm saying? Like you did not miss having purple thumbs from shelling purple hull peas. Hopefully you're not scared of worms and dealing with corn worms or whatever kind of worms were in corn. Yeah, my aunt can deal with the corn worms. She don't like worms in any capacity. They love the fish. Go figure. She'll fish with night crawlers, but her husband gonna bait the hook. I think she mostly like crickets though. I missed the fam. All right, just about there. It's tall stuff, bro. It's tall stuff. And the tall stuff ain't that bad. It's the trying to film the tall stuff. Try to make sure y'all get some of this, to see some of what's going on. The leaning overhead ain't the hard part. Leaning back though, like a Care Bear, so this camera will get this thing though. Not real problems. Just like talking about it. Like fake folk complaining. I should go empty my pockets, but I'm too close to done. I hope y'all getting this. I'm sorry if y'all not. I mean, but you know how this goes. If you've harvested okra or seen someone harvesting okra, I mean, it doesn't change. It just gets funny on how they try to get up there to get to them pods without wrecking plants on themselves. I mean, you also have to be careful because these leaves are serrated on the edges. So anything around your eyes, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't hurt you to put on some eye protection, especially when they get around face height. I mean, I ain't saying it'll blind you, but it is not going to feel well. All right, I'm gonna have to. I ran out of pocket space. See, this ain't bad. This is not a bad harvest. Like every morning, close to this size every morning. You know what? Let's not say it's not gonna be that. We won't have many as big if I don't skip days. No days off. Right? See, I've seen about 4, maybe 5 that are going to be great candidates for okra powder. So we just gonna keep on. It's like a clown pocket. It never ends. I am glad I went to get a bigger bowl. That other little bowl, it wasn't gonna make it. It was not going to make it. All right. We'll go ahead and start on this. Nah, it's a spider. Y'all probably can't see this spider. Maybe y'all can. I'm so terrified of spiders. As I kneel down by the spider. He right there. I gotta put my hand behind him so y'all can see it. Boy, spider, boy, if you move. Okay, I'm scared. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm scared. And it's at a weird angle. I have to be down underneath it, shooting up, and he's back. Can I? There you go. Not really the perfect angle, like I said, you gotta be up under. But he keeps building his home right across here. Like I keep taking it down, he keeps rebuilding. Now I say take it down. I take it off this side and just put it over there on the blackberry, and he keep putting it back. So he is where he wants to be, and I'm gonna get right with him and just walk around. He gonna make me become a visitor and walk around the long way in my own ish. Boy, I tell you the truth. These animals so disrespectful. The blackberries are looking pretty good. The upside down buckets are where I have new blackberries coming out of the ground, and I put them there so our lawn guy doesn't come, so he can see them. You know, I'm not expecting him. I mean, he grows food too, but he's working. I'm not expecting him to try to identify blackberries while cutting grass, and so nah. It's too easy to just put a bucket over and just tell him, hey bro, them upside down pots of blackberries, so be easy. And he just be like, all right, roger that. Roger that. Cut the stuff under the buckets. No, he's not like that. He's not. All right, all right. All right, finishing up, baby. And then we're gonna go grab the water hose. Oh, we're gonna have to squat down here for a minute. See if y'all hear my knees popping. Pop, 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 pop. It's not a machine gun, it's just my knees. We got some period pears. They starting to change color. Yeah. A little bit of gent. My homie sent me a picture of his. He said his had like 60 peppers on it. It was like a foot and a half tall. Now, I put this out here with these giants. Wasn't expecting it to get that big. I put some in several spots to kind of see where they grow better at. So yeah, but we got a few peppers. Pretty soon I'll be planting garlic. Hopefully this week. Oh, hopefully tomorrow I can start back tilling on this bed over here in Fallen Pines. I want to have that bed completed in a week. I think we're gonna have the tiller straightened out, get everything tilled up, leveled out ish, and then on to the next one. I think we're about done. I'm checking for stuff I missed because I think I just saw a couple of them that were picking size that if I miss them, they'll be too big. I think I'm looking at like 4. Got to get back to him. That's the thing, boy. I walked right through that spider after I said I wasn't gonna do it. I'm sorry, buddy. I just hope you ain't on me. I can't get naked on the street. Please don't be on me, spider. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Spider. I just walked right through your crib. At my crib. I'm getting to talking. I totally forgot about that spider. Can't be too scared of it. It ain't on your mind. Alright. Alright. This is the part because of the height. Alright. Bro, I know I'm still missing a couple of them because I said 4 and I ain't got but 2 of them in my hand. Bro, this perspective is something serious. It's almost like needing somebody to stand on the outside to guide you to the inside. To the left. Back it up one time. 2 hop this time. Crisscross. Everybody pick that okra. My bad. We getting closer to it, baby. Oh, cut that leaf off. Dag nabbit. All right. That looks not bad. Okay, that's not bad. All right, and all right. Cool. We got the okra. Get that okra taken care of. Now we're going to go get the water hose and we're gonna water. We're gonna start up in the garden first and work our way out to the outer. This is what we call the outer rim. If y'all saw me get my collection, my IMO collection, and it said the outer rim, I'm a nerd. That's a science. That's a Star Wars reference. The outer rim was like the further planets out in their system. This is the outer rim out here. This is the furthest we have out here. This is the outer rim. This new area right up here. This is called Fallen Pines because the trees, the trees fell before we cut them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then we don't really have a name for the garden area up top. We got a name for the beds, just not the garden area itself. The whole entire garden we call Eden. This is our version of Eden. We ain't got no trees of knowledge and light. We eat off everything here, partner. Okay. All right. Let's put this up here. And hopefully we ain't gonna forget about them. All right. Now let's go, hands all sticky from this okra. Now let's go grab some water. I think I left the water hose. I did. I left it connected. So let's go disconnect it before we turn the water on. My bad. I'm up here looking at all this stuff running past it. Got some mullein, some echinacea. Look at the pineapple sages in bloom. Pretty blooms. Pretty red blooms. Mugwort, lemon balm, holy basil, yarrow, rosemary standing tall back there. The sage didn't all the way die. Let's go. Comfrey, lemongrass, lemon thyme, chamomile. Then we got a tropical hibiscus, tea plant, some cukes, which need some water, and some loofah. So don't matter on that. And some loofah. All right. Hey, babies. How y'all doing this morning? What? I've been out here for an hour and I ain't said nothing to y'all? Don't act like that. Yes, I have. Dad has been working. We have another period right here. This one's doing decent. None of them getting super tall. Yeah, y'all doing all right? That's what's up. That's what's up. We got some tree okra, some ink room and 1010 okra. Got some cayenne. Y'all all right? Y'all looking good. Yeah, stop being pissy. Y'all finna get some water. Y'all looking good. I spoke to y'all. Anybody got no food this morning? Tomatoes? No? I ain't got no tomatoes this morning? Nah. Alright then. That's cool. That's cool. Y'all looking alright. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, look at here. Got some little Anaheims. Y'all. Not bad. The squirrel finally stopped eating our bell peppers. I guess he got his full fill. And he's leaving us some now. Serranos. Y'all looking pretty good. I see some flowers. I see some flowers. Some poblanos coming to size. Oh yeah, babe. You're doing good. You're doing good, buddy. Y'all look a little droop. I'm pretty sure y'all need some water in that wicking pot. Some banana peppers. Yeah. Oh, look at y'all. Good job. Y'all doing such an amazing job. That's what's up. Can we see this? You know, I ain't good with this camera and this light thing, bro, but this looks way better to me than it does to y'all. Yeah, y'all looking pretty good. All right. What we got going on over here? We're gonna put some garlic. We're gonna plant some garlic right up in here, hopefully straight across. That is the plan. Ooh, look at this green Malabar spinach. Hey, buddy. We just got him a couple of weeks ago. You looking good right next to his cousin red Malabar spinach. But you looking really well. Yeah, we're gonna keep you. We're gonna keep you alive. Take you in the house when it get too cold for you. Oh yeah, we just need some seeds from your partner. We ain't gonna eat you. We're gonna eat your people though. We gonna eat your people. We just need some seeds from you. It's kind of like that 1010 okra, that ink rooming okra, the tree okra. I ate one pod from that plant. And then the top started to die, and I thought we weren't getting no more okra. I thought I ate the only piece of okra that thing was gonna give. So then the side shoot started growing, giving us some more okra, and I hadn't touched another. We're gonna harvest all that okra for the seed. It is an heirloom variety, so we'll be able to harvest the seed. And my water hose is gonna be all tangled up, all blah, 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 blah. That's cool. We're gonna grab a little slack first, then we're gonna turn this thing on. And we're gonna water. We're gonna hand water some stuff. Most of these beds in here, I do have soaker holes set up on them. I just don't have them all plumbed together. This bed, which is called the Nothing. This bed is called Nowhere. That bed is called Mother. The three of these are plumbed together. That's Polly, the pollinator bed. She has some holes, and I put some in a ginger patch over against the fence. And then this small bed over here in this corner is called Clayface. They all plumbed, but they're not plumbed together. So we're gonna start with the containers, and then I'll hook up the water hose to the beds that have soaker holes in it and set a timer. Usually all three beds, when I water them, they get like 30 to 45 minutes. Especially if we hadn't had any rain, get like 45 minutes. The smaller individual beds, which would be Polly, get 15. The ginger bed, I hadn't actually used the soaker hose just yet. I installed that last week. It'll probably get 10 based on because of its size. Because Clayface gets about 10 minutes. And I'm just watering and letting it soak through until I see water coming out the bottom of the bed or the ground is wet. All right. I think we at a point we have some distance on this. Got a little slack. That's cool because we down to like the last 10 minutes. So we'll go ahead and get this thing watered up. And probably Wednesday, is when I'm adding the JMS, we'll treat the garden as well. Whew, I run into another spider, bro. Oh, y'all can see that little dot. Yeah, look, that's another little spider. I don't know what kind of spider it is, but they're gonna get sick of me running to their cribs, bro. They need to start making their houses around me. Look at that. Somebody look at that. Somebody look at that lantana. Somebody come look at that lantana. We did not plant that lantana right there. We did plant the chocolate mint though. Did plant the chocolate mint and the strawberries. This stuff grows like a champ. I do not water up here. Nothing personal. It's just I don't water up there. It's still living. Ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, and all right. Should have left this on this zinnia instead of just on the ground. Hey, buddy, where do we want to start at? You know what? Let's start over here. We're gonna start with this. This is a wicking pot. It has a reservoir at the bottom. It's probably about 4 inches deep. So it holds like 4 inches of water to allow these plants access to water. That's why I have to water them every day. But with 3 plants in here, I mean, I try to water the garden twice a week, but my containers is usually every other day. The ones that need the most water will be every other day. The other ones every 2 days. So anywhere between 2 and 4 times a week, they get watered, depending on their need. See, but this one has a little hole on the side, so when this bean fills up, it's a little hole down there. It'll start spewing out water, a little weeping hole, so we can't overfill the bin with water. I can use the little white PVC pipe to just refill the reservoir, but I like it. I like the water from the top only because the soil, it will absorb water as it's passing the water down through the bottom. That way it didn't have to just soak it all up from the bottom. Go the other way around. See, there we go. See that? You know, see that? Can you get to a point where you see water coming out of that thing? See that? That's full. We ain't gonna deal with that no more. That's done. Now these are just straight up pots. We just water these until see a little water drip from the bottom. Yeah, boy. You gotta get out there and water the peas too. Planted snap peas, sugar peas, what do you want to call them? Snap peas. Some with some edible pods. You know me, well, I eat pretty much everything straight out the garden as much as possible. So that is my thing. Give it to me fresh, baby. Now what I didn't do this morning was go get me no banana Laffy Taffy. That's what I didn't do. No banana mint and no stevia. Had a pretty good stream though. I'm enjoying these streams. Weather's nice. Enjoy talking with my peeps, seeing who shows up. All right, we'll give that one a small little break. Move over to this one. Get that water a chance to move on around. I think I'm gonna try overwintering some of these peppers. Not that they were just exceptional. It's practice. I want to learn how to do it so when I do come across some that are exceptional. No, some exceptional peppers, then I have the skill set and I have the expertise and the practical knowledge of how to do it. I don't want to be learning on a pepper that I only have one of or I really want to try to make work. You know what I'm saying? Let me practice on the other stuff. All right, we got water coming at the bottom of that pot. That's about done. Got water dripping out the bottom of that one. That one's cool. Let's see where we're gonna go. Let's go over here. Gotta be careful. It's a wasp in this setup over here. I need to figure out how to deal with it, bro. Like seriously. They not already stung the queen. That's how we found out it was over here. She got it. We gotta figure out how am I gonna get solution up in the crevices that they're in. That's the issue. Normally, I just fill up a bowl with some dishwashing liquid and some water. Well, I don't fill up it with dishwashing liquid. Fill it up with water and add dishwashing liquid. Then I just toss it on a wasp nest. Because usually I'm standing under it. You know what I'm saying? You can see all of it. But they all up in crevices and they pretty much on the ground. It's gonna be difficult. This will be our last time planting tomatoes right here. I mean, until we had that middle part, fallen pines open up. I mean, this is kind of the best we had as far as sunlight. We only grow what we have. You know what I'm saying? Where we can grow. It did okay for the amount of sunlight that it got. No complaints at all for the amount of sunlight that it gets. We were able to produce some things. We were able to feed us. We were able to create transplants for other people to sell. I mean, to sell to other people. But we weren't finna feed the whole family with this. Not no space, not no sunlight. But now, things have changed. And we're gonna see. I had a friend of mine I went to high school with. She sent me pictures of her harvest from the day. Man, that young lady had like 3 baking sheets full of tomatoes. Like half a sheet full of sauce-looking tomatoes, big softball-sized tomatoes, and then a shit ton of cherry tomatoes. And she was like, I done made so much sauce and canned so much tomato sauce. I was like, I bet you have all them damn tomatoes. But it's just a good sight, bro. Like tomatoes are amazing like that because if they're indeterminate, like most cherry varieties are, they gonna put out tomatoes until the weather kills them. If this, I think any types of indeterminate tomatoes will just continue to vine and put out tomatoes until the weather kills them. I think determinate tomatoes have like a lifespan. They kind of grow, drop most of their tomatoes in a single flush and call it fair. Do they have second and third flushes? Don't know. Don't have enough experience to say for certain. The way people talk about it, I don't think they do. But you also don't know the way people garden. Some people garden to get a harvest, cut it down, and start again, or maybe be done for the season. And then you have some other gardeners who will do like a cut and come again method. They ain't never trying to get rid of the whole plant. They just want the plant to keep producing as they need it to. Alright. We are going to, let me see, is there anything else I want to show you guys? So we about to call this thing done. We're going to get the strawberry towel. I love my little strawberry towel. These are dollar store planters. These little cheap dollar store planters. Strawberries don't need a whole lot of soil. So this is the perfect amount of soil for a strawberry. And then these little pieces of concrete from replacing sections of the fence. You know what I'm saying? The fence breaks, trees fall on it, stuff happens to it. I had to dig out the concrete footings. And so, you know, I'm always looking to reuse, upuse, recycle. That is part of our mantra. We are regenerative farmers that practice Korean natural farming. That's all about self-sustainability, regenerative farming, and giving back to the community. We like to try to take output. This is part of the reason why we use trash day to get leaves, because those leaves are just going to end up in the landfill somewhere. We could actually use them to make some good soil for us, and to keep stuff out the landfill for a tad bit longer. I'm gonna have to do a better job at cutting these. I don't want to smash the whole plant up out of here. Dead stuff. And then one day we're gonna have to do a stream with me just cleaning, like cleaning, hand pulling weeds, just doing some maintenance. Cause I usually, I mean, I don't usually, I do that stuff, but it's usually off stream for one, as I'm working. Like I don't really have a dedicated day to be like, oh, today's gonna be garden cleanup day. I kind of just clean up as I go. You know what I'm saying? If I'm somewhere and I see weeds somewhere, I'm probably gonna hand pull on weeds, especially if it's rained recently. That makes it super easy when the ground is soft. Kind of just tackle things as they pop up. Don't water these too. But I remember a time I couldn't get a strawberry to grow. I remember a time I had like 150 strawberry transplants, trying to figure out how to mass propagate them. Now it's time to do that again. Queen brought up the other day a statement I made, bro. What we gonna do with all these damn strawberries? Eventually sell them as the answer creed. I think we down to 10 now. Less than 10 total. But that's cool. We gonna make more. All right, baby, y'all looking good. Y'all looking good. Y'all looking good. All right, what else is hand watered? And then I can, oh, gotta get the grapes. Gotta get the grapes. Oh, gotta get the grapes. Let's get you two, Xenia. Let's get you two, Xenia. Just out here in the walkway. Stuff that grows in a walkway that doesn't die from me pulling water hoses over it or stepping on it, they do get treated nicely. They get watered, just like these group of strawberries. For whatever reason, they decide to keep growing. I've stepped on them. I've drilled the water hose on them, and they still growing. So I still water them. Ain't that something? Bro, I remember both of these stations used to be filled up with strawberries. Now we gotta refill it with strawberries. Oh, next season we'll have a different kind of strawberry. I don't know what kind it's gonna be just yet because it just started growing this year, and we've got a chance to propagate it, but we don't know what the berries look like on it. Didn't even realize it was there for real until after they started putting out berries. We have a normal strawberries that's putting out berries, but then we had this other kind that was just growing, not putting out berries. So we're gonna see what they look like next year. We think it's one of them things where we tried to grow some strawberries from seed. It didn't work. We composted the soil or whatever, reused the soil, but it did work eventually, and they started growing. Cause we tried to grow some alpine strawberries from seed. Nothing ever happened. So if I had to guess, I'm thinking it's those. We had some pink flamingo. Uh, what were those? Bare roots that we put out there with the blueberries out in the outer rim. We have a pink lemonade blueberry, so we thought it'd be cool to grow pink strawberries around it. Yeah, but them pink strawberries said nah. Them bare root crowns didn't take. So we ended up putting the other ones that we found out there. We put 3 of them out there, and now it's I don't know how many out there. The spot is full, and we're gonna have to start removing to keep the space right. All within a few months. So. All right, let me end this string. That's all I'm finna do now is water this stuff by hand. So that's gonna be the grapes on the fence. Then I have to hand water the strawberries, and then we'll start plugging up the water hose. And then once I get everything watered up here, we move over to the Queen's Herb Garden, as well as I guess you call that the loofah trellis, loofah cucumber trellis. And then we'll get out there and talk to the orchard, to the trees out there in the orchard, and make our way out to the outer rim. But yeah, that's been the day. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Thanks for stopping by and hollering at your boy. We will be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow around 7:15ish. Also check out the Instagram. Check out my Instagram. I am on Insta. On Insta, I suck at this. SUCKATTHISSS. I suck at this seriously, is what it stands for. Follow me on there. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, we kind of just drop the pics. Maybe some little videos, mostly pics of what's going on in the garden. What geeky stuff am I doing? Airland tree, making soil, propagating something, getting something to grow, learning something didn't grow. You know, I try to share my experience and be transparent. Cause I really don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm an IT specialist for by nature, by trade, by profession. This is just a learned thing. But yeah, gonna get off this thing, get to this last break. So y'all know how this goes. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to do the YouTube thing. Like, subscribe, share, tell your people about me. And then see you guys tomorrow, right? So y'all already know how this goes, how we end every stream. Create more than you consume, right? Always. That is the goal. Create more than you consume. That's how you leave the world in a better place than you started off. And it started off in. Create more than you consume, and you don't have to. Wait, gotta use my hand. And you don't have to suck at this, because I do. Y'all have a good one, all right? Peace. Catch you later.